show like Mary Poppins has a very rich history and very interesting characters. And this can all be thanks to one very particular woman. One very particular Australian woman. P.L Travers, born Pamela Lyndon Gough, was born in Sydney, Australia, and from a very young age she enjoyed reading. She pursued a career in acting, performing in Midsummer Night's Dream. Unfortunately, her acting career didn't go as well, so she started a family. And from there, she then began to write stories of the titular nanny. The character of Mary Poppins, she mentioned many times before, is based on her aunt, her mother's sister, who had a parrot umbrella and a bag made of carpets. This legendary character caught the eye of the world's most well-known filmmaker, that being Walt Disney. Disney admired the book series and loved the adventures that Mary went on with the children, that he wanted to bring his own children an adventure on the screen. P.L Travers met with Mr Disney, and unfortunately there were many strenuous and negative negotiations, but P.L Travers fought through and went with it. This can all be further explored in the film Saving Mr Banks.
If you're insisting on this musicality you feel is so important in my film, then perhaps I should hear another of your little ditties. I shall keep an open mind.
During the late 90s, producer Cameron Mackintosh, known for Cats and Phantom of the Opera, approached P.L Travers about adapting her novel to the stage. Disney also had the same idea, but also including parts of the film. So Cameron Mackintosh and Disney Productions came together to work out what were the best parts, the most theatrical and musical parts of the film, and what were the most storytelling parts of the novel. With that came a combination of both novel and film. It is based solely on the first two books of the series, but also acknowledges the film through song and dance. Not only with this, but new songs and dance numbers and sequences had to be created for the stage show to adapt the story. With that in mind, an amazing team of London creatives in theatre were assembled to create this amazing production of Mary Poppins on the stage. So Richard Eyre was brought in to direct, accompanied by Matthew Bourne, choreography by Stephen Mears, and costume and set design by the legendary Bob Crowley. The book was by Downton Abbey's very own Julian Fellows, and with his amazing work, the show began rehearsals. Since then, the show has gone on to London, Broadway, around the world, including Australia, and will in fact be coming back here next year in 2022. Loyola is so excited to bring you this beloved and classic tale to the stage.
It's exciting. It's a really great show. It was actually one of Disney's favourite musicals, one of his favourite things that he actually created. And so, why wouldn't we?
These characters from the book, film and stage show all have unique characteristics and qualities. And our kids here at Loyola have really enjoyed tackling the challenge of becoming those characters.
Jane is very entitled and kind of bratty sometimes, but she's also very kind-hearted and caring to the people she loves.
Michael is basically me at home. He's very cheeky. He's very kind-hearted when it comes to loving Mary Poppins.
And his sister.
And his sister, yeah.
Miss Andrews, she's a very scary character. She pretty much poisons the children to get them to do what she wants. So, contrasting to Mary Poppins, who uses fun and magic, she is very evil, and she uses forceful ways to, make them do what she wants. So when you see George and you see how controlling and precise he is with his life and everything, you'll see Miss Andrews through him as well, because, he grew up with Miss Andrews.
Valentine is a doll in the nursery of Jane and Michael Banks. Valentine and the rest of the toys in the nursery come to life and pretty much tell the kids they can't act the way they are acting anymore. They can't be disobedient. They can't be forceful. They have to treat their toys nicely, as if they were themselves, as people.
So as you can see, some of the cast members really do enjoy discovering who their characters are and furthering them, especially in rehearsals. Now, another big part of the cast are obviously the ensemble, and they too also get to explore who they are as characters in scenes. Like Step in Time, when they're chimney sweeps, they get to play around with who they are and what their message is to Jane and Michael and Mary. So it's a really great way for them to adapt these new characters in rehearsal. Of course, another part of becoming a character is obviously the costume. When the actor puts on the outfit, they go away and the character comes in full force.
With Poppins, that added element of costume is that there's an expectation from the audience that particular characters look a particular way. And as much as the musical is different to the film, we need to make some connection.
And of course, to make that connection, the cast will continue to rehearse as they do in the coming weeks, preparing this wonderful show to all of you. And meanwhile, behind the scenes of rehearsals, the creatives work tirelessly to make this show the best it possibly can be, with of course the special effects that we all know and love. So thank you so much for joining us in episode 2, and we look forward to seeing you next time with Preparing Poppins.